disabled man who was doing a crypto coin on pump.fun called 120 hours because he claimed he had 120 hours to live. And when it reached...
Well, the thing is, and doctors or nurses even estimate that long, exact, precise moments? Can they? I don't think they can.
Reached about a $500,000 market cap, he rugged it and went offline and hasn't been seen since. Now, it doesn't seem like he was faking the disability based on all the available evidence that does seem to be true, but there's no way of knowing if he really had 120 hours left to live and this was his final
there's not.
Just stealing a ton of money from a ton of people, or if that was
probably
just fucking
estimated
phony baloney like half of the other scams on pump.fun. So, if you've been around the channel for a while, you might recall I made a video years ago about a really odd Steam game that I downloaded while dumpster diving, because it's something I like to do on Steam, just looking through like absolute dog shit that no one's ever heard of. And I found a game that I downloaded and it didn't have the executable file. Like, it didn't even have the game. It had like ancillary files around it, and it was really suspicious. So I thought there was a chance that I had downloaded something very harmful, but I was assured that that's not.
Like, the thing is, you would think Steam would verify all the files that's being uploaded on their store so people don't get scammed or mugged off. Who knew this was actually a thing? I've never actually heard of this until you mentioned it.
Possible through Steam, and Steam has also kind of positioned themselves as like a safe place to get your games. I've never really heard of a story of someone downloading something that like literally ruined their lives or like stole from them. There's been like some suspicious games on there that have done like some weird things in the background, but never like stealing from users as far as I know, until today. There is a pump.fun streamer, his handle is Rostaland, who is battling stage 4 cancer, and he streams on pump.fun to raise money for his treatment. Now, I know what a lot of people are thinking, already raising an eyebrow, that this must be the scam. He must be faking cancer to try and scam people. Based on everything I can find, that is not the case. It seems he really does have cancer, and this is his way of generating funds to try and survive. It seems very legitimate. And while streaming, he was doing some gaming, and a chatter apparently had it convinced him to download a game called Block Blasters. And when he did, he had all of his crypto stolen from him. Approximately like $30,000 was drained from him.
Like, this is insane. Like, somebody who's dealing with cancer and everything, and the chatters convinced him to download this Block Blaster, and it was an entire scam. Take all away his crypto from him. Like, how low could possibly somebody get to even do this? This is just bizarre. And for Steam allowing this, like, surely they should be doing something to check what the files are, what they say they are, so nothing like this can actually happen. Because I've never actually heard of this in my entire life, that this was an actual thing. But I've never thought to check. I'll just download the games, buy them and download them and play them and whatnot. But to have this through Steam is unbelievable.
And now people have been looking at the game and finding a weird set of files in there that seems to scan the user's device to look for crypto credentials, which is how they must have stolen this money.
But to be even lower, right, let's go back to this. Like, somebody purposely went into this person's live, knowing full well he's got cancer, and convinced him to download this game just to steal something away from him while he's got cancer. But regardless if he's got cancer or not, it's not right to do this. But you gotta be low of the lowest to do this to somebody who's battling cancer and whatnot.
Apparently had it convinced him to download a game called Block Blasters, and when he did...
But to be fair, it just seems like the old-fashioned games that you used to play. Like when I was a kid playing Block Blasters and shit, man.
He had all of his crypto stolen from him. Approximately like $30,000 was drained from him. Take off with the cash. That does not seem to be the case. It seems like the game actually is stealing from people. He is not the first
insane.
victim. Now, here's when it happened on stream. It happened live.
No.
And I hope Steam actually does something about this, because this is just ridiculous.
No.
That happened in the crypto for
If this happened to me, I think I'll be doing more than fucking crying. I'll be throwing the fucking place around.
you. I understand this can be very difficult because that money normally can help you for a lot of things in your life. But it's not the end, okay? You're such a brave person.
I'm broken.
No. Okay.
I'm sorry, guys.
That is brutal.
That lad doesn't even need to apologise for anything. That fucking scammer needs to apologise. And for that bloke and for this bloke, I'll be fucking screaming. I'll be fucking furious. Like, yeah, he's raised it so he hasn't really missed anything, but that money is probably his only lifeline to get the treatment he needs and that. Fucking piss take.
Sorry, guys.
That is brutal.
It's
There
brutal.
is no one more harsh of a critic on Pump.Fun than me. I shoot spitballs at that platform all night and day because it is 99.9% scams. I would have said 100% scams if not for this story. I really think that this is real. He's provided like receipts. He has proven that he is not faking the cancer diagnosis or anything like that. And when it comes to like the money being stolen here, it seems like it really did get stolen by this game. I don't think he has any involvement with the game, and someone I trust more than anybody else in the crypto space when it comes to scams, Zach XBT, has made a post about this, seemingly confirming that the Steam game is the culprit that stole this money stole this money from him as well as others. So Zach XBT kind of coming in here really solidified this to me as like a legitimate, like the real deal. That's fucking terrifying. I truly didn't think Steam games could have this kind of vulnerability. I've made jokes in the past about
No, I
a
didn't.
terrible game being a crypto miner, and apparently there are actually some games that do kind of do that to a certain extent, but I've never seen something to this level. This is a huge
For a platform of
security,
Steam,
like flaw, a huge
is a joke.
danger.
You wouldn't
on
even
the
think of that.
platform. As someone who buys games that have like 0 reviews and 0 players, sometimes I am literally the first one to play a game that no one's ever heard of, planting my flag on the moon. This makes me really afraid of like what these games could have in there, is like, running in the background that I don't know about. It makes me afraid of my own Steam library and hesitant to like
Yeah, you
go
would be
dumpster
scared.
diving through Steam new releases again, just out of the fear that
You would 100% be scared to buy anything else off Steam after watching this.
it could have some dangerous files attached in there somewhere. Now, I do really want to mention this here before diving back into the Steam component. The community banded together to after something. The scammers made off with the $32,000, and I imagine block blasters will be delisted. Nothing will happen to them, I'm sure. Very rarely do crypto crimes get punished, it seems. But I'm very
Well, they
happy
should be
that
punished.
Rostoland was able to get that money back, that amount of money back. I am still just kind of stunned that this kind of thing can happen with a Steam game. And I know some of the games through Steam are vulnerable. Like I remember Dark Souls had an exploit where hackers could literally remote access your computer through the multiplayer. Like I know that kind of stuff exists.
That's
Same thing happened
known.
with Call of Duty even somewhat recently. Like I know those vulnerabilities can exist, but this is the first I've heard of just downloading a game leading to just having your credentials stolen because of something that runs in the background on that folder. I feel like this has to be something new that wasn't possible years ago, because if this has always been something that developers could do on Steam, I'm very surprised that it wouldn't have happened sooner, especially with like the crypto booms a few years ago with like NFTs and all that shit. I'm really surprised that this is the first time I've heard of it happening.
Yeah, I am surprised that this isn't an actual known thing. Not many people actually know. And I'm actually quite shocked in that. Like for people just want to play for fun, you know, go to work, earn their money, whatnot, go home, chill, relax, jump on Steam, and for it to be a scam. Never ever heard of that in my life. But big up to Penguin for doing this video. Go and follow him, go and subscribe to him. Let this be known that this is an actual thing.